Y'all know what it is, man. DomoSenpai here. I came up with this idea after reading the latest chapter of Kagurabachi. Watching Chihiro go through, his inner turmoil moment. You know what I mean, right? They feel like they're not strong enough. They feel like they can never do anything right, but just at the right time, they pull through. So then that led me to asking myself, why do we love the struggling protagonist? Now, before we get into any of this, man, if you guys are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit the link in the description, or the red subscribe button. Either one of them will help me towards reaching my goal, which is to become one of the biggest content creators on YouTube. And if you guys want to even further support me, man, make sure y'all hit that membership button. It's also in the comments, or not in the comments, but it's in the description. You know what I mean? Join up, get the perks, man. Be one of the first to watch some of the videos that I plan on dropping, like this one right here. This might be one, depending on the performance, right? Like, we'll make more like these in that same aspect, but that's neither here nor there. So continuing off what I said earlier, that's when it dawned on me. The reason why we love the struggling protagonist. It's the relatability aspect. A lot of us go through a slew of things in our daily lives. Some we are comfortable talking to others about, and the other problems we try to tackle and solve them on our own. And in dealing with these issues, we, much like the protagonists themselves, talk in those same facets. Am I really enough? Can I handle this? I really couldn't do anything right, huh? But in that same vein, we always have our breakthrough moments, and the sense of joy that we get from it can be relative to those said protags. Obviously, not exactly like that, right? Because, come on, clearly, we don't have superpowers, and we're not fighting some giant monster or battling an inner demon, which, we do from time to time. Like, that's what the struggle is, battling your inner demons. But the sentiment is still there. That's why we love the Yusuke's, the Yuji's, the Ichigo's, the Chihiro's, and the other struggling protagonists of the world. Because similar to us, they are going through something that's so mentally intense that we break down. And with that breakdown comes the reflection. And with that reflection comes the solution. And it's not only the relatable side of it either. I'm gonna get into one of my other points, and let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever watched a sport, right? Any sport, basketball, football, track, soccer, any of that, anything you consider a sport, MMA. And on one side, you have the juggernaut. They're undefeated, the best at what they do. They've never tasted anything outside of victory. And then on the other side, you have the person and or team who's middle of the pack, but they won't back down. And let me guess, you were rooting for the latter, right? Well, that leads into this next point, and that is the underdog appeal of the struggling protagonist. While they have to struggle and fight with the odds stacked against them, they always find a way to pull through. It's inspiring, not only to the rest of the cast in the show, but to us watching at home. It makes you feel like there's no problem in life that you can't handle, regardless of its size, doesn't it? To be a fan of these types of things is so much fun. Like, for example, Yuji, and I like to use Yuji majority of the times because he's like my new favorite protagonist. He has something that a lot of people don't have, and it's an insurmountable will. I'm just gonna use Yuji for example here, right? Yuji is a normal, not really normal, but he's like normal in comparison to everybody else. All these other people have crazy techniques, and here we got Yuji just got hands, bro. He's the underdog. You just can't help but root for him. Like Yusuke and Toguro. You guys know the fated duel between Yusuke and Toguro. That was literally like David and Goliath, you know what I mean? And the slingshot for Yusuke was the spirit gun. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's my favorite anime of all time. And now on to one of my last points, which is the aspect of perseverance. What majority of the struggling protags have in common is that the development of their characters are often explored through things like resilience, determination, and probably the most famous one, right? Which is the art of never giving up. We don't back down, we don't quit, we don't do none of that. That is always equipped to our favorite protags, In that same breath, it teaches us all of the valuable lessons, right? And inspires us even more to push through anything that we go through during our daily lives. So in closing, while the struggling protagonist may be a common trope, the reason that I believe it is explored so much is because not only do they want us as the audience to love and relate to it, but also be able to understand that no matter what obstacle is presented to us, through sheer grit, determination, and the power of never giving up, we too can get through our problems and live to see another day. But yeah, that'll do it for why we love the struggling protagonist. If you guys enjoyed this video, man, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, why haven't you yet? I would like to know that reason as well down below. I would like to think that I make really good content. I would love to think that, and based on the viewership on my channel, I would like to think that it's really, really good. You know what I mean? Obviously we can get better and we're gonna do that with time, but I really enjoyed writing this video because it helped me express myself a lot more, because I never usually get into topics like this, and I feel like this is probably the most important one for me because again, it's so relatable. I relate so much to these protagonists because we all be battling our own demons throughout the day. So why not discuss it with you guys and have a dialogue about it? But anyways, man, leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. I know I said it before, but I like saying it like that, right? I like saying it in that way because it feels like it's me. Because if you guys couldn't tell, I actually sat down and I wrote all of this, right? I wrote the entire thing. I don't usually do this. I like to essentially freestyle. I know I've probably said this in multiple videos, but I like to freestyle my stuff because I feel free, right? Obviously freestyle free, you know, but I feel free. I don't feel like tied down to something that I said in this. Now, obviously I ad-libbed here and there and added a few things that would pop up into my head. Shout out to ADHD, by the way. And I'd be like, oh, that fits this narrative. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I will continue to try to make more videos like this in the future because I said it in one of my videos, which will pop up somewhere on here, about what I wanted to do with the coming year and being able to upload daily content. So why not just like start talking all the time and waking up and actually writing scripts and stuff to get better at this, to get better at explaining things and trying to streamline my thoughts and all of that. But yeah, let me get out here and edit this video. Don't know when it's gonna go up because at this point in the process of making this video, have not come up with a viable thumbnail yet. I don't know what I want to do with it, but we're gonna figure it out. Man, make sure you guys enjoy your day. And with that being said, it's your boy, DomoSenpai, and I will catch you guys in the next video.